Unless everyone actually has ended up 100% right.
That is what. Oh, that's the dark timeline. It's just people sort of throwing shit at the wall and going, oh, it obviously makes sense that the final legendary can basically create, like, dreams and that everything, like, related... Hold on. Here's the other thing.
What?
This. Stupid fucking slab.
What about it? Like, what's people's dumb theories about this thing?
I might be able to actually show if I can...
Use this item.
Oh. There... I don't know where it is.
It might be in the book in the school.
There's a, like, version where you can read, like, that book. And for theories and dumb shit, this fucking slab. I don't know what book it's in. I thought it was my book, but unless I can't look at it, there is an image of this slab, like, jammed up in a wall. And the people who were here hundreds of years ago, that original researcher whose name escapes me, first of all, because of the way his illustration of this being in the wall, people think, and this is literally grasping at straws, that's like, if you pay very close attention, it's like, it's not jammed in the wall. Look at the shape. That's a hand. A giant is holding it. It's a giant Pokemon or something.
Okay, just continue.
Basically, they moved the...
Like, so I think that image, because it's shit tied to that one researcher, I believe that image is in the... I think it's in the school. Because there's that book you can read in the school, and that book in the school has that one image that looks like it's a combination of the 3 legendary beasts.
Basically, people, because that initial researcher found that, like, tablet jammed up in a wall and they moved it, that some kind of civilization down here, people were like, it's obviously being held by some kind of monster, and that whatever's down here is definitely dangerous. And people were like, talking of, like, ancient civilizations and shit, even though I'm pretty sure the image is supposed to be that it was just jammed up in the wall, but then people were like, even if it's jammed up in the wall, it's like, why was it in the wall? That implies that, like, something happened, because a tablet that looks important wouldn't be covered in the wall, like, wouldn't be covered by wall rubble unless something collapsed. And people just have crazy, wild theories of this area falling apart. Because that original research team was down here before the more modern crap was put down here.
And you see, you picked up Shadow Ball. That's a ghost move. That shows everyone died. The end.
Save before we approach the real lab. I'm hoping in some DLC that everyone's wrong.
Oh, everyone is most likely going to be wrong. Because, like, sit there and think about it. What, like, off the top of your head, what crazy, wild theory like that has ever been right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, crazy theories like that rarely ever get it right.
Is the Zero Lab. The crystals here in Area 0 possess a peculiar energy. I hate that word.
Honestly, like...
This energy can alter the functions of living things and optimize the performance of machinery. It's the same energy that allows Pokemon to terrestrialize. So the entire building's been terrestrialized? Is that what you're saying? Don't be silly, Arvin. The professor is implying something important about Terra Orbs just now. They're made from crystals down here in Area 0, aren't they? Indeed, though not many know it. Since you've disabled all 4 locks, the gate to the Zero Lab should now be open for you, but once you open the gate, you'll quickly be confronted with the dangerous Pokemon inside. They'll likely make a break for freedom. That sounds like a problem. With all 4 of you working together, you should be able to best them. Prepare yourselves. Open the gate.
Well, I was going to say, honestly, one of the things I would have expected people to jump on, because it absolutely means nothing, is that, like, Area 0 symbol, because a part of that is that circle, it kind of looks like a face. Like, that symbol right there, I honestly would have expected people to say that that kind of looks like a face or like a Pokémon or something.
They're obviously connecting the freaking legendary to terrestrializing, but I don't think we're going with freaking dreams and crap.
Because I feel like Koraidon and Emaridon, the whole, time travel thing, that feels like that is sort of too set up for the game to then sort of pull the rug out from under you, because remember, besides sounding like right
there he is.
Well, we also have that of, if this shit was created, why are there 2 of them? We also have that as a thing. It's like, if all Paradox Pokemon are complete nonsense, why is there a second legendary?
Even within the theory, people talking about that kind of pointing out that if the, ambition to create this thing was, strong enough, that creating 2 of them isn't the most egregious thing, with the desire for more, powerful Pokemon. And there is a certain extent to that, because the machine could only ever summon 2 of these things. And that would kind of infer in that way that...
I know this is a weird comparison, but it's just what the whole this going on, this thing manifesting, dreams or whatever. That just makes me think of, from, Bleach's last arc, Stern Reader V, the visionary, where it feels like you're doing the same thing of, you're putting a limit on something that is limitless. This thing can create dreams or whatever, but it only had enough power to create 2 of the legendary Pokemon, when you're giving a limit to something that is inherently limitless. Because the visionary's power was literally anything he imagined would become reality.
Oh, so, there they are. Rumble, rumble.
The squad is here.
Yes.
We all know the most terrifying member there is the Brute Bonnet.
Fluttermane will fuck you up.
I'm making a joke about Spore.
I know what you're doing.
Because the metagame needed 2 Among Us.
Samunga's granddad.
That was just the Great Tusk again.
is, though, as a safety net, because we've already determined that this is a pretty good counter idea. Because that knocks him out.
Rapid spin.
I don't mind you getting speed. You can get speed all... You can get speed all day.
I feel like the game is using rapid spam because it realizes, oh, there's the close combat. But we eat that for breakfast.
It was at -1.
-1 and resist.
Intimidate is obnoxious.
Did that one say, like, grass bass or something?
I'm pretty sure he has. Grass bass.
Well, there's my nickname for one of those.
He's gonna get you.
You have to...
I realized.
You have U-turn, that is 4 times effective.
In case it has Spore. I don't actually know.
I'm pretty sure it does.
This also blocks priority.
Or its attack, that's actually good because this thing is a physical attacker, and it uses Giga Drain.
Shiakazing! Yes! Then we're going to do this the best way.
The best, worst way.
Knock its attack out further.
And now it's so weak you can just kill it with a waterfall.
Yeah.
No, it's not for punch.
I win. Also can't breathe. All on.
So, there's something funny, and I don't know why it gets this move. That thing learns close combat.
No, I don't know. And its attack stat was incredibly obnoxious.
As someone described it, Brute Bonnet is an Among Us that lifts.
But what's so funny about that interaction, I was like, Queenly Majesty blocks priority. Then it tried Sucker Punch. Then we hit it with U-turn.
And like I said, Grass Dark, so 4 times weak to Bug, so if you have any Bug move, hit it.
We didn't kill it, but then the Intimidate further exemplified it. And it was so low, we just smacked it with the... I think I played that good. I swapped in case...
So I also lived the U-turn, and I find that kind of amazing.
Because that thing's technically bulkier than Among Us. There you are! Asshole. It's Ghost Fairy. It is basically Miss Trevis on crack. Your physical attack and your physical defense and your HP are god-awful. Your special attack, your special defense, and your speed are obnoxious.
So this is neutral, but... Yeah, look at that. Ooh, that makes it better.
I was just trying to hit...
Because if I remember correctly, that thing's speed, like, special attack, special defense, and speed are, I think, all 135.
Yes.
And then
It's 55, 55, 55, 135, 135, 135.
Yeah.
You hit it physically.
Mm-hmm.
I did neutral, but I mean, what?
Yeah. Well, like, as shown, as the Mavostif as an example, it's like, again, I love it looked terrifying when it decides to.
Yeah.
Again, shown was Mavostif that did like over half its health because that was stab, crunch, and this thing's HP and defense are awful. Though because its HP is quite awful, hitting it with a super effective special move is still pretty effective.
Yes, but it continually...
If you hit it with a super effective special, unless you have ridiculous amounts of special attack yourself, it can normally probably live at least one of those.
Usually lives one. Usually one. Hey, I just did neutral because I thought...
Again, unless you have something absolutely absurd. Like,
I thought the last could probably survive a couple of hits.
Because you have the thick special defense. That, like, big, thick special defense.
Flutter Mane's annoying, but, like, it's not doing a competitive battle, so... Deactivating sleep mode.
Wasn't it in Flutter Mane one of the Pokémon that got banned the fastest via Smogon?
For singles, yes. Rawr.
Fluttermane and Palafin, if I remember correctly, are the two Pokémon that have been banned the fastest in Smogon. I believe it wasn't even...
No, back to Evolve.
It wasn't even... Also, it's in a Master Ball. It wasn't even a week. I believe it was 3 to 5 days. Somewhere in that range. I cannot remember.
That one is far... Well... Damn it. Trackable and far more aggressive than the one you travel with. Your Koraidon fled Area 0 because it lost to the other one in a territorial struggle.
Oh, we've been playing this game as the beta one this whole time.
I was about to make you're a beta mouse. This is where my mind went. Oh, it's wondering why the Radical Left participated in speedrunning. That whole video was great.
That channel is great.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Shadow, what the fuck are you talking?
The dialogue up to was literally, what are you talking about?
AI-powered robot. The real professor passed away during the incident that destroyed Research Station 4.
The incident?
The Pokemon was not to be blamed. It was the original professor who failed to accurately judge its full power. I believe the professor wanted nothing more than for Koraidon to survive and thrive. That's why she threw herself in front of your Koraidon in an attempt to protect it. From the first time I reached out to the director Cleveland and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI.
And this is...
The reason I kept asking you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do in the Zero Lab, and I desire your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original professor created.
And this is where I have to go back to... Ku, what the hell were you going on about with the mailbox? The implications you were giving was that the game doesn't do at all.
I love that you're just... What are you going on about with the mailbox? I know what you mean, but people who don't follow League, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is this mailbox?
Okay, I feel like even if people didn't follow League, that's one of those, if you followed anything about the game before it came out, you sort of had to be, like, I feel like you would be at least tangentially aware, and even after the game, if you kept avoiding leaks, I feel like you would, again, at least on some level, be tangentially aware, because after the game came out, people were like, okay, let's see how...
Booster energy, that's cool.
Let's see how much of this, what this man was talking about is bullshit.
Bad to heal. Good. Gotta get jacked before I beat the game.
Just go do the thing. I don't think there's a book in here. Yeah, I don't believe there is, unless...
No, there it is.
Yeah.
Various research documents are scattered on the desk. I think you can read.
Nope. Of course you can't. That would be too convenient in here.
Alright. Something written here. In order to better defend the Zero Lab, I've developed what I call the Pokeball lock system. Once it has identified the IDs associated with specific Pokeballs, it can. The rest is hard to make out. Thought there was like one other research thing.
Wait, on read what?
Picture of a young boy and a Evolsive.
Hmm.
I knew there was some cool shit you could read in here.
Okay, just move on now. The lack of music has gone from being kind of creepy to just boring.
There's nothing going on in here. Let me slide. I love the slide. Hey, bitch! This elevator will take us to the lower level. Truly is a great relief that you came. I'll answer any questions you have. Is there anything you wish to know? What is this time machine? The device that the original professor and I worked on together. It sends Pokeballs to different points on the timeline to catch Pokemon there, and it can then draw them back here to the present. When she was alive, the Professor Zada had a great fascination with Pokemon from another age, what you might call ancient Pokemon. Even as we speak, the time machine continues to automatically draw ancient Pokemon to this time. As I explained, the original professor no longer exists. During the destruction of the research station, her physical body received gravest injuries that left it unable to sustain life. I'm afraid that fact might be difficult for her son Arvin to accept. I now manage the Zero Lab in the original professor's place. And, artificial intelligence created by a human being. A computer draws on the original professor's knowledge and memories to calculate all of my thoughts and actions. The results of those calculations are expressed by this mechanical body built to resemble the professor in every way. Humanity does not, in fact, possess the knowledge to develop such a sophisticated AI at present. But the crystals that make up the Zero Lab have made such a thing possible here. It's also why I cannot leave this place. What do you really want? The original professor had a dream of a world in which ancient Pokemon may live alongside present-day Pokemon in harmony. But these Pokemon's powers seem to stem from a primal energy of the ancient past. And this energy has proven too terrible. Their very existence brings destruction to the ecological balance of this modern age. The original professor would say that such destruction is a natural part of life. At present, the barrier around Area Zero is still working to keep the ancient Pokemon from escaping into the rest of Paldea. But we've begun to see Pokemon appear that can break the barrier, such as the Great Tusk. Eventually, they will break free of this walled garden known as Area Zero and run rampant across the Paldea region.
Have you seen the competitive scene?
We are coming up on Ranked 2. Season 2 of Ranked allows Paradox.
Season 2, Paradox Boogaloo.
Yeah, it's been created as a copy of the Professor, and yet I cannot seem to find logic in allowing such a tragedy to occur. But any hope of preventing it would require overcoming the greatest AI that the original Professor ever devised. Carter, you have become a formidable trainer. Now use that strength you have to destroy the dream Sada once cherished. Yeah, sure.
Because the game
I appreciate willingness to help.
Because the game used the word dream there, I know what they mean, but is that a moment people point at and go, see, it's all about dreams? Because
Kind
again,
of.
I know what people are referring to there.
Because something is going on here, but it was...
It's supposed to be this room, but again, I really don't see it.
You were talking about the skirts and things.
It's supposed to be this room, but it is really not as reflective as he makes it out to be.
Yes.
Because notice how most of the ground isn't made of that surface.
Yes.
Almost like they preemptively did that.
Ah, shit, here we go. Time for the end game, boys! I love sliding.
Because, like, that's a funny thing. Notice how you're standing on the material, but it's, like,
Yeah.
it is so reflective, it is not actually casting, like, it's just that rainbow color thing. It doesn't actually cast a reflection of your main character. So that's why I said, I know what he's referring to is that, but it's like a lot of shit was cool. It's like, I know what you're talking about, but this is also nothing like what you were talking about. I get what you were trying to say, but you either described this really poorly, or were just wrong.
Yes. I do love that little somber moment, because that is, like... The AI professor right now is alive enough to talk to you straight out, and she basically said, she's the final defense. And it's like, if you try to stop this machine, I'm going to attack you, and I can't stop that. So it's like, be prepared to kick my ass. And it's just her somber. It's like, you can't overcome programming, kid. I just love the AI realizing it's like, yeah, I'm about to try to kick your teeth in. That the in game,
And again, this is one of those people would have popped off at this so hard.
Access denied.
But Ku had to ruin it.
Yes.
The other thing,
AI saw this, switching to sleep mode, activating offensive protocols.
The other thing that had to ruin it is people are petty bitches and got their knickers in a twist over the game's slight performance issues.
Defeat me. At last. At last my dream is within reach. You're not getting in the way. I love her up on her freaking ivory tower as she just chucks Pokeballs down at you.
All of her Pokemon are, I believe, in a Master Ball.
AI Sada has initiated a battle. Fighting Bug, actually.
Yes.
I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way. I think it was up my line. Oh, damn it.
Oh, well, looks like we can only get the one layer of toxic spikes. Well, at least the one layer against the Slitherwing. You'd have to wait until something else.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. I was about to make a joke about that. Fucking flinch. Fucking bullshit. Toxic spikes would be good to end there as I get literally flinch cheesed.
And because of the cloak, you don't get the attack lowering.
That's literally why I have this thing.
Oh. Is this a secret meta pick no one is sleeping on? Like, did we just inadvertently discover a, like, meta strategy? And there's the miss.
Then we'll just do this the dirty, cheesy way. Which I know is kind of cheap, but game's gonna be cheap, I'm gonna be cheap.
And again, it would normally be able to lower your speed, but you have the cloak. So nothing. It does nothing.
Let's just go all fucking in, boy.
Also, low sleep, a lunge, then headbutt. I don't know what its fourth move is. That's 3 of its 4 moves.
Yeah, but now I'm about to fucking Gyarados reverse sweep. This is why you have the cloak. What am I?
One more.
You can dance if you want to. Leave your friends behind.
Also, I'm wondering why the game started spamming glow.
Well, you know, we both know why.
Is it?
It's trying to get rid of my speed.
I feel like after a certain point, it would have realized it can't do that.
It's trying to get rid of my speed. But I have the cloak. AI's confused. Shiakazing, dumbass. That's one. We'll just knock them down as we go. Fluttermane. We both know Fluttermane has absolutely 0 defensive power.
Like we talked about a few minutes ago, Fluttermane's physical defense is ass. The Slitherwing is...
That's 2!
Slitherwing is kind of like slow and bulky, so it has a decent physical defense.
Sandy Shocks, which is actually part ground type.
So this is actually going to be super effective.
And none of... She doesn't have a sash, and none of these things have sturdy.
Because all Paradox Pokemon have the same...
That's 3!
They all have the same ability.
No, this is... Do you actually understand ancient Pokemon's weaknesses? Yes! Yes, I do, bitch! That's funny, because I hit it super effectively, so the AI has a unique... How the fuck do you know that?
Then Screamtail.
Which, again, while bulky, I think Gyarados at plus...
We're at +6 now.
Which is... I don't think in this playthrough we ever explain what +6 is. It's a 4 times damage multiplier.
It's a 4 times increase to the stat.
I'm at +6 speed and +6 attack.
Yeah.
But +6 is times 4. So whatever my current attack stat is, times 4.
Same as the speed. Oh, this is neutral. So... Yeah, I was like, if that lives, it's gonna be at the
tiny, because it's bulky. Right?
It's because you were neutral.
Proof on it.
This is like literally going to be the only problem, and it is only a problem only because Ice Fang can miss.
Come on, don't miss. Could you have Sucker Punch? Gone! That's right. And Roaring Moon.
And then Roaring Moon.
Which is actually, like, Dragon...
Huh.
Booster energy.
It's one item. It has 1 booster energy.
It's Dragon Flying, isn't it?
I know it's at least part flying.
Do we risk an ice?
Yeah, I believe it is. I think it's... Actually, Dragon Flying was Salaman's original typing, so... That's why I said I know it is part flying. Because remember, people were trying to this thing into pure flying.
I think it is Dragon Flying.
So
do I risk...
I guess you're gonna have to.
Or I could go... We're either risking...
I can't remember if it was part dark.
Yes!
Anyway, that was the...
Gone!
That was the other Polygon because it was...
I couldn't remember the typing, I couldn't
remember its
I
full
think
type.
it is Dragon Flying, actually.
So, 4 times effective.
impossible.
Basically, that was the other Pokémon where I'm like, these things being, like, the fakes make no sense, because it's a Roaring Moon, it is obviously based off of Mega Salamence, and it's not just a look like Mega Salamence. The Pokédex entries for Mega Salamence state that it looks closer to how Salamence did in ancient times, and ancient people called it the Blood-Soaked Crescent. So it's like, and Mega Evolutions don't exist in this universe, so how did this person lie about, like, Mega Evolutions
what is this?
when they don't exist?
Did you already beat all the baddies without me? Okay, out with you. Who are you, really? Thank you for everything. The time machine has finally...
Professor Sada.
Yeah.
Question mark.
She has finally been stopped.
She has finally been stopped.
You're really not my mom, are you? Oh, look how big you've grown. I love the broken text. So, proud of mine.
Not,
Yeah. Sorry, you were alone so long. Yeah. Mom?
Security.
He says the filler. There's... Threat the time machine detected. Threat the time machine detected.
Happy birthday, Oregon! Self-destruct activated!
You and your fucking team, you have to do the fucking Metroid escape sequence and run back to your ship. It cannot be. Sada! Sounds like Sada fucking would. Yeah.
I now imagine all of them running and their arm pumping as they run.
Yes. What? Keeping the time machine running. Truly, all the professor cared was keeping the time machine running. True. Yeah. And there we go. All the Pokeballs are locked. Program gathering. Children. I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. You must run. It is funny for our AI Paradise Protection Protocol is. He comes in like, who are you? You're not my mom. And you just see this fucking.
Oh, the name, like, it wasn't AI Sada. It was Sada with a question mark. Almost.
You're getting in my way.
Almost like the game was trying.
Challenged by AI Sada. Challenged by the Paradise Protection Protocol.
That static graphic looks like the static graphic Moxie uses.
Yes.
Time to throw hands yourself!
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, what is your opinion on my fight with the AI Professor Sada? Overall, I think the fight went well enough because Rapture pretty much swept through her entire team, making this a prime example of why setup can be really overpowered, because I beat her entire team with a single Pokemon, and her team is basically no pushover, even if I feel like her team is a bit easier than the team that the AI Professor Turo has in Violet. The AI Professor Sada still has a really good team, so I'm not calling her team bad. My point was, with a bit of setup, I basically destroyed her entire team with a single Pokemon. But anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute if you subscribe to the channel. And if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. And I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.